We tried to do this last night, but we ran into technical issues. Thank you to
That
uh,
dude.
that dude, quote unquote, that was his name. Um, we he let us know that he like our video had no sound. Thank you, appreciate you, dude, appreciate you. So we're trying this one more time today. I know most of you are probably already back at work if you were in the cruise with us, or you're working. Um, so so we were able. We said we're gonna try it one more time. Give me one moment. I'm just going to send him to get his phone so we could invite some people. Um, while we're doing this because we still can't figure out what's wrong with the laptop. As far as the sound, we're going to work on that. But while we work on that, we're going to go ahead and uh, just do it over the phone. Um, sorry, got sidetracked for a moment because I'm trying to figure out. We lost on our bench. We lost one of the panels, and our bitch light keeps on getting out through that tiny skinny little panel. There he goes again, honey. Go, 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 go. Look, look, look. He's trying to get out. um, trying to get out from there, and yeah, he just trying to do it again. So we're trying to make sure he doesn't get out and have him in here. We do have our buddy here. He's Maxie. He has his own Instagram page. It's Maxie. Maxie underscore the underscore traveling dog. He travels with us everywhere. See me? Yeah, sorry about that. I thought it was gonna be Easter being so the kids were not home to just go ahead and do it while the dogs are here. But apparently it's not that easy. Um, because I'm a big boy, my big little boy, because he's only 7 months. So while Guy's trying to get him, I'm going to go up with you as far as the video. What we wanted to do is traveling within any Q&As, any questions you guys might have. Um, as far as traveling with the kids on cruising during the pandemic, we have been in we went and did this because we wanted to see how it went and what was happening, what you know, um, what was being done, and the things. Here he is, and the things that needed to be done in order for him to for our kids to cruise. Now, our 14-year-old, she's vaccinated because it was required to get back the vaccine to go on the cruise. So we went ahead and got her vaccinated, so that was fine. But the 7-year-old uh, is not, obviously, and he had to pass through this whole testing in order to be able to get vaccinated. So I'm gonna give it to Guy while I do this so he could be able to go ahead and start the process. Cause see, this is what our fourth time trying to cruise after the pandemic. 4 5 times. So he's the one that handle all the back and forth of getting emails, looking at emails, searching all of that. So I'm gonna pass it to him so he could tell you that part of the requirements that needed to be done, whatever. And then I could just go ahead and tell you because we're here to tell you about the experience as far as what we passed while cruising. Nah, we're not here to, oh, you're gonna get this, to you have to get vaccinated. We're not going to that. We're not going into any politics of that. We're just relaying to you the experience and how our transition was as far as cruising with the kids. So you go ahead, explain to them as far as the first process, which is the booking and everything, right?
All right. So, we went ahead. We booked the flights and we booked the cruise first. We booked the flights. Got to make sure you look at the Carnival. We went on Carnival Horizon. So you gotta make sure to look at the website to see all the requirements and make sure they fit into your schedule. All right, so that's thing number one. Um, Number two, you gotta make sure the ports are where you want to go. All right, right now things are fluid because of the pandemic. So as long as you understand that, not a big deal. All right, we went through about 4 different cruises before landing here. So our original one was actually last August, which I admit, if you guys followed me, I thought that we'd be cruising by then. Apparently, I was wrong. So we rebooked about 4 different times, and we landed on this one that we just took. All right, now we had to get a vaccination form for our youngest, a vaccination exemption form. All right, and this form is something that Carnival said, okay, we're going to allow kids on, no guarantee, right? And we're going to wait. And when you send that form in, you got to wait for them to approve it. All right, so now they approved it. Usually in the beginning, not going to lie, it seemed like it took about, they said they were going to take about 2 weeks before sailing, which I thought it was a little bit iffy. But actually, right now, looks like they shortened up that process. We got it about a month ahead of time. So that's a plus. So now that we finished with step one, which is getting that vaccination exemption, then all we need to do was make sure all 3 of us were vaccinated. We had the vaccination exempt form. Me, I like to use like a trip folder so I can put all my stuff in there, passports and everything, to make sure that we have everything. So do that up in the trip folder. All right, then about 3 days, so 3 days before the cruise, all right, there's a PCR test required, not an antigen test for kids, a PCR test, all right, the one that takes about 3 days. So we got our little ones PCR test on Thursday, all right, and then we went to do ours on Friday, which is required by the CDC for 2 days, all right, 24 to 48 hours before your trip. And that could either be a PCR or antigen test.
Now, do not forget to tell them about the exception that we had to get for our 7-year-old to be able to cruise.
Yeah, I already told them that.
Okay, sorry.
All right, he's on that. All right, and then from there, once we had all the tests there and ready, then we made our way to the cruise. Now, we'll tell you this. There's a fair amount of stress because the COVID is real.
Fair amount? It's
So-
like a high amount. Now, if you personally know me, and now I guess everybody will know, I suffer from anxiety. And my anxiety level went off the roof and off the charts. Just the thought that we had to go ahead and get him the PCR test. So starting that week before we left to Florida, which, by the way, I used to work for an airline, so I would recommend everyone who's watching this, please, if you could be there earlier, at least 2 or 1 day before the cruise, do it. Do not wait until the last minute. I hate that a lot of people that were on a group that we are had to miss their flights. Nothing due to their fault, but because with all this COVID thing going on, there's some things that happen with some of the airlines, and it was crazy. But needless to say, Some of them were able to make it, some of them were not. So it was really rough, and it was really saddening that they were not able to make it. Thank God, I think Carnival worked with them and helped them out to rebook. I don't know if they're gonna refund. Honestly, I'm not going to say anything about that of the sort because I will not know. So going back to the topic about the kids, that week we got uh, all of us vaccinated on that week before going because I was like, oh my God, I don't want to get to Florida. And then, oops, on the day off, and then, oops, became positive, and God forbid, and then you can't go anymore. So you have to go ahead and back up everything. So I was freaked out. We went Thursday. We took our 7-year-old to get tested. We went to get tested on Wednesday also to do a PCR just in case. Everyone, thank God, came out negative. My son, that's another thing. I'll go back later on the issue that I have with CVS on that. They have been pretty good with us as far as the testing. But for some reason, and I guess because of my stress level going up, I didn't want to wait, but I don't know. I'll go into that. Once the day off that we traveled to Miami, we actually made a flight about what was 12 p.m. the flight.
Yeah,
it was like
12 p.m.
So we schedule a testing because they start testing at 9 a.m. There are fast clinics that do testing and other places that could come to your place to get tested, but that was like $100 and something.
All right, so the free option, or if you have insurance, is going
CVS,
through CVS,
Walgreens, the pharmacy that will give you the test to travel. Some of them take longer. I don't know about everyone else, but I personally find out that CVS they always done me right and give me the test. Like, we just got tested, actually. We just came back and got tested yesterday, and the tests are back today, and that was a PCR. So they have not failed me, so I've been good so far. We got tested the day off. We did the rapid test. We are at the testing site, and the nurse that was doing the rapid test for us three, we're calling her, is 10:30. No, I'm sorry, then it's 9:30. The appointment was at 9, and I'm sending her a message to say, what's going on? I'm here. It says call when you get here. You're not picking up. You're not answering. You're not answering your text messages.
Bruh, we need to get
it's 9:30. It's 9:40. She sends a message. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm running late with the other patient. So I'm like, no, I scheduled this early because I wanted to get this done because I need to go to the airport. I need to be at the airport. The airport, again, we're in North Carolina, and all the big airports are known for taking a long time, especially through TSA. And especially right now, because you have to keep the distance and check this and check that. Just a whole thing. Once we did that test, after a whole bit back and forth, she actually got all three of us in, and she had 3 machines. So she did 1, 1, 1, 1. She put at the same time everything on the machine, and she said, okay, you guys are done, go for your flight. We're grateful, fantastic. We left. She said, I'm required, and now keep this in mind, that even though it was a rapid test, she says, I'm required, and it has happened to certain people, that it's taking at least 24 hours to get the turnaround time, when it used to be about 1 to 2 hours. Now they're required because of the more people getting tested, people starting to travel, so it's having a delay. Now, if you want to buy the kit that is offered, Carnival does put a link that they offer with a company. I think it was a Laport.
The Binax Now.
The Binax Now.
RX. It has to have the
it
RX
has to
on
have an RX on it. You're more than welcome to buy that. And have it. Why it has to be an RX on it? Because you have to have the televisit, is it?
Yeah, televisit.
Which is a medical visit over the phone. while you're taking the test.
Right. It's
You
actually
cannot do the
like
test
over
before.
it's like over Zoom, so the doctor can watch you doing the
Do the
test.
test, and then it's like a little, I think like a little square. A lot of people were posting about it. I haven't actually gotten my hands on it, but I'm planning to. It's like a little square, and then they go ahead and do what they need to do, and then it tells them negative or positive, and they need to show that to the doctor on the telehealth that your test, so they could send you email your test result that you're going to show to the company.
Looks like a
um,
pregnancy test.
it doesn't look like a pregnancy one time. But anyhow, Bindi said, we got the test. Thankfully, we got the test while at the airport waiting for our flight. We got our test results. Everyone came out negative. We were still waiting on his result. Granted, he got it on Thursday. This time is Friday, which is one day. Like I said, the usual turnaround that they have done for us is one day. So we're still waiting. Okay, we will wait tomorrow. We went to the next day. Nothing is happening. So I freaked out. I'll call CVS. They tell me, no, his test results already in. He's negative. Okay, so where's the email? We sent you the email. No, we haven't gotten an email. After I'm back and forth and talking to 200 people and doing all of this, they finally said, and I'm just going to give you, like I said, my experience. I don't want you to go out there and tell CVS, do this for me. But if it comes, worse comes to worse, what they are doing, they're making an exemption, and they're telling you, go to the closest CVS to you. And this is because I needed it. This is Saturday already, and I needed that on Sunday. So they said, go to the CVS closer to you for wherever you are. Go to the pharmacy, ask them for the fax number. Once they give you the fax number, call us while in the pharmacy, give us the fax number, and then they fax it over. Once I went in there, asked for the fax number. Now, the pharmacy people are going to act like if you're asking them for a liver, because they do not want to give the number out. But I said, listen, if you want, I could call the person to back to the customer service line, and they'll be able to tell you what to tell them, because they said they will make notes. So after saying that, that's when they gave me the fax number. I gave them the fax number, called them back, gave them the fax number. Within matters of minutes, they sent that over. So I was said and done with that, and they sent the test results, and we were done. Do keep in mind that when you have a child, and the system thinks that it could give you the test results and tell you the answer and tell you, oh yeah, just we'll send it to your email, your phone number. That is not the case. If it's a minor, you put in that information, and it's going to tell you, you need to call us, or you need to go ahead and wait on the line, because I know that it gives you a telephone number to text the date of birth and stuff, and then it tells you, oh, you need to call. When you call, it says, oh, I could give you the results, just put in the date of birth, and it says, oh, you need to speak with someone. But it goes in a never-ending loop. So the trick to this that we found out was, you wait, you do not give the date of birth. The system is going to get confused, and it's going to say, oh, hold on, let me transfer you to an agent, representative, whatever it says, and it transfer you, and this will be the Minute Clinic representative that you need to be speaking with. Not sure about other pharmacies. Like I said, I'm giving you my experience as far as what I did, and I went through CVS, and this is what happened. Once we were there, we had to get our 7-year-old tested again. Now, we had selected our boarding time, and I'm just letting you know, just about myself, because Guy left to check on our unruly child again, because he's trying to go see another dog. I don't know. Anyhow, we had to go back, and we still had to get him tested again. He needed to get a rapid test at the cruise port. So we went to the main port for the cruise. We got there. We were still not out of the woods. I'm still freaking out. We get there. We go in. Now, they do send you and expedite you. They do send you with what the lady called was a walker. So the person basically takes as a special person that they have on the side This person takes you to the floor where you need to be, where your kid is going to get tested again. When you go up there, they send you through this line. They register you with this person that is where there at the desk. They ask you everything. There's like, hey, what your name and everything. You give them the name, you give them the room number. They make you fill up these forms, and then they have cubicles, like long room cubicles, I'll say. And there's a nurse in each station. So there was like station, I think they had like up to 4 to 5 stations. You go in, or the kid goes in. Now my son has done this test before, so I just sent him in. They were really kind. They talked to him the whole time. They did the swapping, and then they said you will be receiving a result within 20 to 30 minutes. So now I need you to sit in this area. You sit in the area. They have you there, and once you're there, it's the longest 20 to 30 minutes that you will wait in your whole life. The the process is pretty simple, and after you get the results, then they send you. They want you to Carnival separate, because this company is like a company that is hired by Carnival with the medicals. They Carnival gives you a form to fill out. That you need to fill out with your cabin number, your kid's name, your name, and sign it. Then they go ahead and give it. They send you where you need to be. You give it to the person. Then that person tells you, okay, give me the paper they gave you. You give them a paper. The paper says that he was negative. They send him up. Then they call somebody else. They take you to meet your family, and because they left Guy and my daughter behind, sitting down in the waiting area, and I am so sorry for the noise. I think he's trying to look for another dog around there. I don't know what he's doing, but my little one, my unruly child. So they left Guy and my daughter, and it just did not help that he kept on texting me all the time. Are they done yet? Are they done yet? Please, mom and dad, whoever takes the kid out there, make sure you tell the other one that is waiting just to be patient, because it just raises up to your stress level. We did that. We got that done. He came out negative, and then they send us out. So even though you had the other test negative, and when you're doing this test, you're still on the port. You're not up on the boat. So you could still come out and like if it comes with a negative, with a positive test, you still has that stress level that you might not actually get it on that cruise. So when he became negative, they send us again with a special person. Now it was expedited, and they sent you to a special line. But honestly, there was no reason to do that, because there were not many people on this cruise ship, so there were no lines. You're usually waiting to get registered and everything, show them your passport, whatever. Not this time. This time, people were just going through. They boarded everyone, even though they make you select the time. So we had like at 11:30 to 12, was it? 11:30 to 12. We got there at 10, and at 10 they said, okay, you could go in.
Still super stressful.
So after he got tested, they sent us with this other lady again, expedited us and sent us in. Once we were in, fantastic. First things we saw was Halloween stuff, because some boats were celebrating Halloween through the whole month of October. So
cool.
Yeah, they will not let you go into your cabin. You could go drop the stuff, but only one person was like, they told us only because we were with the kids. They said only one parent is allowed to go drop the stuff, and everyone has to be up here. We were up there on floor 3. We actually were on the Carnival Horizon, so we were on floor 3. On floor 3, then they made us wait. Then they start calling us by the muster station. Now, usually, if you're familiar with the process, it takes like an hour, hour and a half. This time with COVID, they have so many different times throughout the day. Say, okay, just show up and blah, and they'll send you to like a restaurant or somewhere else, like different places that they have set up for it. You spend no more than 5 minutes in there.
Literally like 5 minutes.
Um,
Kind of like the airplane.
After you check in, like you go in and they check you in. So make sure all your names are checked in, and then they send you out, and now you're able to buy the Cheers package, whatever, because you can't do anything onto them. Um, so that's about that as far as the COVID and testing and everything with our kid. Now, going into the ports, he was not able to go into Amber Cove, the Dominican Republic, due to CDC regulations. He was not able to go into Bimini, but he was able to go into um,
Half Moon
Half
Cay.
Moon Cay.
Or Half Moon Key.
Half Moon Key. Yeah, we found that out. It's actually Half Moon Key and Half Moon Cay. So he could have been able to go on the other two if you had a bubble tour, which the bubble tours are more restricted, I guess, more protected. And because of COVID, again, they have to find what is best and restrictions for every passenger.
Now, we spoke with, and there's just personal preference, right? So we spoke with a family that said they did go on a bubble tour, but...
Was it the monkeys?
The monkeys, right? But it said the kids who were on the bubble tour said it was restricted. It said, hey, if I want to go to the gift shop, I can't go to the gift shop. I need to go straight from
you have to
tour.
wait on it. Go. They take you to the tour. You enjoy the monkeys, and then you leave again, and you go back to the boat. You can't go anywhere else. Now, we expressed that to our kids before we actually left. The kids were not interested on it. My 14-year-old wanted to do dolphins race and all this other stuff, sharks. My 7-year-old was like, "Oh, I want to do that too." He didn't seem to be interested too much for the monkeys. So we said, well, we just stayed on the boat.
Right, and the tours are it's not all tours, just that's the bubble tours.
Bubble tours
are limited, right? So those only like 2 tours he could do.
So it didn't make sense for us to pay money when, one, he already expressed he was not going to enjoy it. 2, it's just gonna be go for like 2-3 hours and then leave, and he was not going to enjoy it. Now, for other people, it might be worth it because they want the kids to just go ahead and do it and do that and and then come back to the boat. That's fine. Then they said we're just going to stay on the boat and see what it has to bring. We did take our 14-year-old because she was vaccinated in Amber Cove. She wanted to go out. She is pretty good about just staying with her brother and enjoying with him and so on, being so he couldn't go out. She did stay a little bit of time with him and she said, I want to go out. I took her out. I'm going to post some videos. We're not able to, because we didn't have the excursions. We were not able to do much, just walk a little bit around. And then she's a water child, so she was good with just going to the pool and going on the slides. Which, by the way, she loved the slides because they were faster than the ones on the ship. So she says, I don't know. I will never go on a slide.
Slide refusal.
I don't want to go on a slide.
Yeah, if you get enough likes or
he
comments.
wants you guys to comment and get likes. So he's talking about getting 100 likes and I don't know how many comments, so I could go on a slide on the next cruise.
The next cruise, go on the slide.
I don't know.
Let's do it.
So anyhow, on the boat, on dates that were on port, so obviously he did not go out, the 7-year-old. They don't have many things, and I did send this message to John Hill, see if they could discuss this. Um, yes, we understand that the club cannot be open because of all the restrictions. We know that, and we appreciate them doing that. They did do. They had like coloring hour or something like that that you could take the kids and color, and then the kids could go uh in the Dr. Seuss waterworks and just spend time there. They got tired of that. They wanted to do something else. So they just spend their time walking around the boats, trying to find out how many floors were there, how many units, how do you get from here to there, from the back to the front, to the front to the back. So they spend all the time doing that. They learned that boat back and forth. So, but I did express that maybe because they did do a Halloween trick or treating where they took the kids that sign up, they could get dressed up and go trick or treating throughout the stores and the restaurants, which it was really cute. Um, but maybe I guess because they have the Dr. Seuss parade, maybe do a Dr. Seuss parade where the kids are not going to be in the club. Just take them, meet them somewhere, and then go in the parade, or have the reading like by the hour only. If you sign up, only like 5 kids at a time, and do some reading. I don't know, but I did tell him that we would recommend doing that, especially when it's a port day, because the kids have nothing else to do. They did play movies. um my kids don't mind rewatching movies again. It was movies that they have watched, so they were fine rewatching the movies and just sitting down and chilling and doing their bubbles package, whatever, and just keep on going from there.
Yeah, I think for me, it would be like a scavenger hunt or something. That
That too, they like the duckies.
right, that
They,
would be appropriate. There was practically, since the ship was not that many people on it, it's practically no one on the boat during port days. So there was plenty of opportunity to, since this is a family cruise line, there was plenty of opportunity
for
for
unvaccinated kids,
unvaccinated kids to be able to go around, at least supervised with a vaccinated um,
parent,
parent, or
and
with a vaccinated supervisor, and go around and do activities for kids. I think they just didn't delve into that enough for kids, which is okay. Um, for people who don't know who John Heald is, that's the brand ambassador Carnival. So we did express our feelings to him as well. However, uh, other than that, it was pretty dope. Now, the cleaning was unbelievable, right? Like the stewards cleaned everything, literally everything, right? Like you leave a plate, they would clean it. You touch a bar menu,
they clean
cleaned.
it.
And most of the things have on the QR codes now. So you touch those, they clean those too, and you just look at the QR codes on your phone. All right. So everything was clean. Stairs, they're cleaning it with toothbrushes. Everything was clean. They even have a cool machine. I think it was like from Merrick. You put your hands inside the machine for 12 seconds, and there's water that spirals around and washes your hands with soap for 12 seconds, and then you take your hands off. The kids were there so long, so many times. I tell my son, like, dude, stop washing your hands. Right? And that's how fun it was. All right. So it was a very convenient way. I wish I had one of those in my house so they could go in and wash their hands that way. And man, now, in terms of mask, all right, with the mask, if you're in a public place and you don't have a mask on, they will ask you if you have a mask, and that's their way of saying. So sometimes, like, they see your mask on and it's not over your nose, say, can you please put it over your nose? But the first question, if you don't have a mask on in a public place, is do you have a mask? If your answer is no, and they got a big old book bag. They open that book bag, boom, here's a mask. All right, so you're masked up. Um, in most of public places. If you're not in a public place, like if you're just going like to your room, or you're the only person walking on the side of a ship, usually they don't make a big deal about it. But if you are in public places next to other people, then be prepared to wear a mask.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that I'm looking down. I just realized that the chat thing was not on, so I fixed that. So in case anybody that is looking in right now has any questions, you could just go ahead and put them in there, and we'll go over it. And I'll be looking down every so often just to see, because we can't see here from the phone that we're doing it, so I'll see it on the other phone. The other thing was, besides the kids and the vaccinations and the restrictions, everything we did, I think they organized it very well. I think they did what they were supposed to do. They follow all CDC guidelines for it, and as long as you do what you have to do, you are going to enjoy your time, and the kids will enjoy it too. Yes, there were not many things for them, again, because of CDC guidelines, but I think they could have done a little bit more extra things inside for them, especially on poor dates. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Maybe later on they'll relax it a little bit more. They'll look into accounting as far as what happened those times. I don't know, but what they have to look at. But I just hope that they'll see a little bit more on it. The other thing I wanted to discuss was, as he says, the cleaning. The cleaning was very thorough. They clean up everything. I don't know about the people that like the morning and the evening. For the stewards to come in twice a day to clean up your bed. Honestly, I was satisfied and good with not making my bed one day.
Just one, right?
So we actually met our store. We have put it down our things, and we're just leaving. And then he made us, and he said, "Hey, you want me? I can only clean up once. You want me to come in the morning, and you want me to come in on the evening." We decided to do mornings. Why? Because we were with the kids, and in the morning the kids will wake up. We were staying at Family Harbor, so we'll go to Family Harbor. They will have some small breakfast there.
Yeah, we got tons of pictures. And
Then they will go
there,
to Little Deck. Now we will go over just about Family Harbor. It might be a short video, but we'll go over just on that, what we found out, what we did, and so on. Then by the time we'll come in the afternoon, because we will not come to the stay room after 2-3 p.m.
Yeah.
After they had lunch. Once they had lunch, then we'll come, shower then, and find what else to do from there. There was always something to do. The cleaning, they will clean after you. They have, what was the name of the machine again?
Merrick.
Yeah, Merrick, as Guy mentioned. Now, we don't have our little one with us right now because he's at school. But he loved that thing. Like, you just put a Guy took a video of me putting my hands in it, because I just wanted to try it. So I put my hands in it. And it's like a spin, like a hurricane around your hands on each hand. It says it's water with soap and sanitizer. It spins all over, and you say it's like for 12 seconds, right?
Yeah, 12 seconds.
And you put it in there, it washes your hands, and after your hands are washed, then you take them out, and then you have the papers there to dry yourself, and you're on your go. My son, I have to fight with him to be washing his hands. I had to tell him to stop washing his hands while we're on the
That's
cruise.
a fact.
So you need to stop washing your hands. You have to, because he kept on going, but I need to wash my hands. But since we got back home, I have not heard him saying about I need to wash my hands. But anyhow, different story. We were at the jacuzzi on 15, was it? The 21 and up, what was it? The Serenity?
Serenity Deck.
Serenity Deck. Um,
Got a video of that too.
we were there, and while we were there, we spent about 2 hours, 2 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours tops. I don't remember exactly, but on that time we were there, two different crew members came to clean the glass around it, came to clean the handles, came to clean the rails, came to clean the steps, sanitize each step after cleaning, sanitize each handrail, went and passed every time they were passing through the chairs, the lounging chairs, the beach chairs, all of that, the pool chairs. They were cleaning all of that. You will not see a dirty toilet. You will not see a dirty chair. Everything was clean. You will finish your drink. They will come and they tell you, "Are you done? Pick it up, get it out." You finish eating. They'll pick up your food, and then as soon as you get up, it's like they were constantly watching someone. If you will get up from your chair or your table, they will come immediately right after you, clean it up right after you, but pass the broom or whatever, or the for the carpet, they'll clean the carpet, and then they'll clean it up. uh
I don't know if this is part of the cleaning part, but they were being very conscious about waste and and other stuff so they could clean up efficiently. Edible straws. All right, you put your straw inside the drink, and you can eat that.
that had nothing to do with the cleaning. That's all, the whole thing about saving the ocean and the animals.
Okay. Oh, environmental.
That was environmental. That I think, I don't know if she would agree, but I'll probably bring my teenager to explain at least 5 minutes or a minute of her beautiful, wonderful time to explain about the straws. Those edible straws were amazing. They'll give you the edible straws on the drinks. You start drinking them. You start taking your drink, and at the same time that you're drinking, you're biting the straws. The straws have different flavors. We'll say lime, chocolate, strawberries, mango. I think it was there watermelon. No, there wasn't watermelon. I don't know. There were so many different flavors. My daughter knows all of them because she kept on getting them. And she will get drinks and she'll say, "Tell them not to put your straw inside of your drink." Or, "Go tell them that you lost your straw. Give me another straw." Because she kept on getting the straws. Now, I did tell him, "Can you save them and so just bring it home?" When I asked her, "Did you bring them home?" She said, "I already ate them." So to her, that was like candy. The stops were fantastic. Amber Cove was awesome. We took pictures in there. We went to the beach in
Half Moon
Cay.
Amazing.
Our son was able to get off because they own it?
Half Moon Cay is owned by Carnival. It's part of the Bahamas, but is owned by Carnival. So they were able to get off.
So our 7-year-old was able to get off. All the kids on the boat were able to get off. They enjoy it. We got snorkeling gear. They were looking for shells. They saw fish that were the color of the sand. Now the sand was white. And we'll put videos of that because we took videos and everything. They're on our GoPro, so we need to download all of that. The fish were so clear. They will go around your legs, and it was fantastic. Like, honestly, I can't say enough about it. I can't.
And the thing too, right, which makes this so safe is the controlled environment. So not only just the cleaning, but the control of the environment there, right? So you're able to go to Half Moon Cay because we already understand that 95% of the ship is vaccinated and there's nobody else living on Half Moon Cay. Like, the people who are on the ship are the ones that come out to Half Moon Cay to serve you at the buffet, which we'll talk about, or I'll send a video about that later on. Or, if you had any questions about anything in the bars and stuff that are there, those people are actually from the ship, the crew, right? So it's a controlled environment where you don't have to worry about any spread of COVID or anything else like that because you're not interacting with any additional people. Right?
Yeah.
That's what makes it overall so safe.
And they told us that on Half Moon Cay, the only people that are in island, that no one leaves there, the only people that are in the island are people that actually work in the island. That is just a couple of people to maintain it. And then everyone from the boat, like our crew from the restaurant where we're supposed to have dinner every day, they were actually serving us at Half Moon Cay. So they were there, they were serving us. They did like a whole barbecue setup. They have like a fruit bar. They had the food bar, and then they were grilling hot dogs, hamburgers. So yeah, they put stations with water and
Lemonade.
Lemonade was it? Yeah, lemonade and ice, so you could just get it. You're able to go ahead and buy if you want any alcoholic drinks. Now the Cheers package did not work there, but you were able to go ahead and buy drinks and they'll charge it to your room. Snorkeling gear, they were charged to the room. The I guess anything you wanted was charged to your room from there.
Right, yeah. It's mostly cashless. And
which is better because it's contactless. You don't have to be dealing with cash and then touching, giving you change from somebody else and you don't know. So they did that good. What else they? Honestly, I don't. That's only the Half Moon Cay. Bimini, we did not go down. Now, regret not going down. I haven't told him this, but I do regret not going down because the couple that went with us, good friends of ours, they recorded sharks, which they were wonderful enough to share the video with us. So I'm gonna post that later. They recorded little sharks. He's like, I told you to go down. I just didn't want to go down because my daughter didn't want to go down, and then I just didn't feel right to then I go down, and then I know she's a teenager, she's going to change her mind, and I'm already gone. And then the other one was not able to go down, and yeah, so I said, you know what, we just stay on board, all four of us. That's it. Now, great thing, the IMAX. We enjoyed that IMAX. Wow. We watched IMAX? The movies. We did everything in there. So you go and you ask, hey, I have the Cheers package. They'll give you the drink. They'll give you.
Oh, side note. The Cheers package, right? Which apparently we didn't know this before. I don't know if it's new, but the Cheers package gives you one alcoholic drink with one non-alcoholic drink.
Now we don't know if that's new. When we went to Cuba, I don't remember them even expressing that. This time they told us, oh yeah, you get one non-alcoholic and one alcoholic everywhere we went. So I'm like, okay. I got alcoholic for us, non-alcoholic for the kids, and that's it. They enjoyed everything, I guess. But the kids didn't care, honestly. My kids were just enjoying the orange juice, apple juice, and water. They were all up on those machines just with that. I don't know. I don't see anybody having any questions, honestly, at this point. But what else can you think of? That's as much, because we are going to do another video for the we're going to do another video for the restaurants. We're going to do another video only for the Family Harbor, and then we'll be posting some videos and pictures. We're still going to do the video of that I promised everyone on our group that we were going to go ahead and give the free trip, and for everyone and our friends on Facebook and stuff that they subscribe to our channel, we're going to also go ahead and do that raffle that we said for the trip. So
That's right. Hit the subscribe button below.
yeah, just hit the subscribe button so you can know there's more things coming out. Uh, so you could just be just follow us and see what we're going to be talking about next. We are going to go live again. We are going to be talking about that. We are going to put the videos. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as we put the videos, we're going to just go live and let you know. I do not seem of the idea of, and I was telling Guy of just recording stuff and putting ourselves on top of the videos and things like that. um I don't know. I honestly want to just go more live and see what it entails, and if anyone has any questions, to go ahead and do that. We're going to share this on our all the handles that we have: the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and I'm going to post it there, so then you guys could just go ahead and look at it. And if you have any questions, you could comment there, and if we know the answer, we'll give it to you. If we don't know the answer, we'll try to figure out and actually and answer that question. If we can't answer, we'll tell you we cannot. um so this is as much as far as the experience and the traveling with the kids with COVID, and hopefully you guys will find it helpful. If you have any questions, if I missed something that you think I'm like, oh, I wonder what happened here, that's it. Just send us a comment, send us a message, and we'll be able to go ahead and look into it uh, for you guys.
All right, man. I just want to make something clear. Like, we're travel agents. All right, we went on this trip for you guys so we could see how it is, because a lot of us aren't really sure, which is okay. So that's why we went for you. If you guys have any questions or you want to book a trip, definitely send us a message below, or on any of the other handles. We could do it for you. If you're like, hey, I really like booking trips myself or what have you, there is a solution for that, right? And we can help you with that too.
You can also help you with that too.
So, and may even get some money back, right? So, what's better
And
with booking for yourself and receiving income?
yeah, and not only cruises, it could be anything. The only thing is that there was such this big taboo about cruising, and especially with the kids and COVID and blah blah. How you're gonna be isolated with so many people and just so for so many days and blah blah. Honestly, I felt safer being in that boat with, I don't know how many people were there, uh, than what I felt staying one day in South Beach. I
Yeah.
hope that explains it. Uh, I'm like 6 days with the people that I know that they were vaccinated. If they were not vaccinated, they had to pass through this whole restrictions just to get on that cruise ship. Then one day in South Beach, everybody not wearing a mask and just going around and everybody crowded. Yeah, I
Yeah.
felt safer on the cruise ship.
And for our people who aren't, who never cruised before, all right, once you pay and get rid of, get your initial fee in of stuff you had to pay, everything is unlimited. Order multiple times. Hey, just some stuff you got to pay, but like
Not everything there. So the
the
restaurants,
restaurants, specialty
the
restaurants,
specialty
you got to
restaurants.
pay.
But let me tell you, specialty restaurants, like we're gonna talk about that. There was the first one we went to and the last one, which was the same, was Fahrenheit 555. The steak that I ordered in another regular restaurant would have paid hundreds of dollars, and I only paid $38 and I got a full course meal. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, and I'll explain that in details later. The also the other thing before we go, it wasn't about golly, it just ran my mind. Oh, the cruises, yeah, we did that because we wanted to see and show everyone how it was. We could book anything besides the cruises. And if you want to book a cruise, uh, don't think that you're not going to get, let's say with Carnival, I think all of them do the level thing, but let me just talk specific about Carnival. They have the blue level, the red level, and all these other levels on it. And then after you cruise, they send you these offers, or when they have other offers, they send you different offers, like, oh, for $50, $60, $100 for your next cruise. Don't think if you say, well, I'm going to tell Jackie and Guy to book it for me, that you're not going to get a discount. I'm sorry, my unruly child. You will get the discount regardless. You will still get that discount. There's not going to be any difference on it. You will get the same discount that is being offered because we'll be able to apply that discount for you. The only difference that we'll be doing the work, taking the work out of your hands and us doing it.
Right. So it's basically just your own concierge.
Exactly.
Because we don't have a charge, so it's just your own concierge, and they're doing it for you, so you can have fun on the back end. That's all.
Yeah, and anything you want to add, then you just tell us, hey, add this for me, and we'll just get it done. Now, if you want to do it yourself and you enjoy doing it, that's one of the same reasons we became travel agents and we're doing this. Then you could also go ahead and do that, and actually, if you want, you could actually get paid for that too. But hey, reach out to us for that, and we could discuss that further.
Yeah, you can pay your
pay for doing your own booking
and
How
your
about that?
family.
And your families and your friends. Like when your friends ask you, it's like, can you do this for me because you're always booking a vacation? Yeah, you could get paid for doing it instead of doing it for free. But anyhow, we're going to let you guys go. We have to go pick up our kiddos. Time has come, and we'll check back with you later. Just keep posted with we're gonna put more pictures and actually put videos and everything. I keep on saying that, yes I do, but I need to work on it. I have had so many things to do since we got back, and honestly, I was in bed until late tonight because my bed did not want to let me get up. Keep that in mind. My bed did not want to let me get up. I wanted to, but it didn't. So we'll go ahead and keep on going on that and check back with you guys later. We'll be doing another live one like tomorrow.
Yeah, and don't forget to you could share our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button below if you want to share with a friend or two. That's not a big deal. And and look, we're different from other YouTube channels where everything is like scripted and you're gonna try to take and review places. We're just gonna tell you our honest truth of what's really going on.
Well, what we had experienced.
What we had experienced.
What we experienced is that's what we're going to tell you. If we haven't experienced it, why even tell you?
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and check back with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and do another live where we will discuss probably the restaurants or maybe each separate island as far as the information that we have that we experienced. Well, talk to you guys soon. Take care, and don't forget, if you want to travel, just contact Let's Travel Today. Bye.